Captivating exteriors. Dynamic lighting. Elevated comfort. Powerfully efficient. And one more thing. The world comes with it. The 2019 Jeep Cherokee.
Get ready. It's time to plan your day in the White Mountains. What to do and where to do it. Weather and conditions, events, expert interviews, and watch and win prize giveaways. All live and local from North Conway. Get ready. This is White Mountains Today.
It's 55 degrees outside in North Conway Village with cloudy skies. Time to get ready for the White Mountains. This is White Mountains Today, and I'm your host, Bella Branham, and we have Hans Bauer and Chris Prue in the back, welcoming me back for my first show since I got back from college. So just a shout out to everyone back there.
This is an epic show. We're so excited to have Bella in front of the camera. We were just saying, no offense to Rob, to any of our other hosts, especially no offense to myself, but I think this is the best looking studio shot we've had in quite a while. So welcome back, Bella. We're glad to have you from back from Elon College, right?
Yes, Elon University down in North Carolina.
University. And what are you studying down at Elon?
I'm cinema and television arts.
So tell us a little bit about why you're back in the Valley. Are you excited to be back for the summer? Because you spent time with some different TV personalities last summer.
Yeah, last summer I was actually interning down in Charlotte at Seacrest Studios, hosting a radio show for the Levine Children's Hospital, and I loved it, but I really missed being home and I missed being with my family, and so I want to be back this summer and of course come back to White Mountains Today. So
that should have been the lead right there.
Yeah,
said,
exactly.
Of course I missed White Mountains Today. Ryan Seacrest, yeah, that's cool and all, but Hans Bauer, there's nothing like working with Hans Bauer. So, and maybe in a little while let you interview Hans about Alton Weagle Day, because Hans, of course, pulled off another first on the Mount Washington Auto Road yesterday, and this one might have been his most impressive feat. So maybe we'll talk about that later. But
definitely.
I digress. Back to you, Bella.
Okay, great. We're actually going to jump in, so on today's show we have the Wild Quack Festival. I'll actually be interviewing Rob Clark, and we have Knockerball coming in, Matt Milken, and some watch and win, some awesome prizes today. And we have the Shovel Handle Pub gift certificate, a Mountain Khaki Carry All tote, and a Cutoff Salon and Day Spa gift certificate. But first we're going to jump into the weather. The weather is presented by the Mount Washington Valley Chamber of Commerce with adventures for every season. What's your adventure? Find spring adventures at springmwv.com. So we have our first camera look. This is from Conway, which is 56 degrees, cloudy, and our shot on the live cam from North Conway Village, which you can actually check out on our website too. And there's Wildcat Mountain. You can see pretty cloudy up there at the moment. And for our temperatures around the valley, Mount Washington's at 35, Jackson's at 52, Conway's at 53, and Ossapee's at 56. And that is our current weather forecast map. We have cool high pressure will build in from the northeast today and will hold over the region into Monday with plenty of clouds expected. High pressure will shift east late Monday and Monday night as a weak warm front approaches from the west. A cold front will drop in from the south through the region by Tuesday morning. And there's a look at the satellite map. So today in North Conway, is cloudy with a high of 58 and winds out of the east at 10 miles per hour. And tonight is cloudy, patchy drizzle after midnight, patchy fog after midnight with a low of 45 and winds out of the southeast at 10 miles an hour. Tomorrow is mostly cloudy, patchy drizzle in the morning, patchy fog in the morning, just like today, with a high of 68 and light and variable winds. And Tuesday, we get back to the sunshine. It's mostly sunny, 75 degrees, and winds out of the northwest at 10 miles per hour. And then we're going to head up to the summit of Mount Washington and check out those conditions for today. Today, the summit is in and out of the clouds under mostly cloudy skies with a slight chance of showers, 45 degrees, and winds out of the southeast, shifting south at 10 to 25 miles per hour. And we have a few summit cam images, pretty cloudy and foggy up there. And there's the observatory deck. So coming up on the show, we have Rob Clark with the Wild Quack Duck Race, some Watch and Win, and the Observatory Report.
White Mountains Today is presented by the 14th Annual New England Brewfest, the ultimate craft beer event, June 23rd at Loon Mountain Resort. Get tickets at nebrewfest.com. It's that time of year again. Time for the 14th Annual New England Brewfest, Saturday, June 23rd, where local breweries in the Northeast converge at Loon Mountain Resort in New Hampshire's spectacular White Mountains. Come experience the ultimate craft beer event with over 30 craft breweries and more than 100 brews on tap. Enjoy great music, food, and amazing views. For more info and tickets, visit nebrewfest.com. That's nebrewfest.com.
Visitors to the White Mountains long for yesterdays. Mountains and waterfalls, classic villages, and time to relax with friends over delicious, hearty food. It's what Yesterday's is all about. Yesterday's restaurant in Jackson Village is where people in the White Mountains meet for homemade breakfast and lunch.
I always have the corned beef hash because I think it's the best that I've eaten anywhere, and it's always good here.
Fresh, organic, homemade, really good quality.
Enjoy soups, sandwiches, thick stacks of specialty pancakes, waffles and French toast, fluffy omelets, plus fresh baked coffee cakes and specialty breads. Made from scratch and available for takeout or wholesale. Yesterday's uses farm fresh ingredients, does all their own baking, and makes everything to order just for you. This is Sarah, who makes it all happen. Shh, she's camera shy. And this is Yesterday's restaurant in Jackson Village.
Coppertone Water Babies, proven to protect surfer girls and little sunshines. It's the #1 pediatrician recommended sunscreen. Safe and gentle on baby skin. Coppertone, proven to protect.
Before there could be a nation, there had to be people willing to fight for it, to take on the world's greatest challenges, whatever they might be. So the U.S. Army masters not only tactics and strategy, but also physics and chemistry. We make battle plans and create breakthroughs in medicine, science, and engineering. Our next mission could be anything, so we prepare for everything.
People rely on you to fix the leak. Prep the food. Keep it cool. And please your customers. No matter what people count on you to do, you can rely on the Ram ProMaster and ProMaster City to help you do it better than anyone else.
During commercial van season, competitive commercial van owners or lessees are eligible for these incentives on Ram ProMaster and ProMaster City.
The way it was is the way it is at Zeb's General Store, the ultimate New England experience. Feel what it was like to be a kid back when candy counters stretched 70 feet long and were filled with chocolate and fudge, penny candy by the pound, and old-time favorites you haven't seen in years. Explore 2 floors of delicious and unique specialty foods, toys, clothing, bath and body, and more. Unique, quality products from cottage-based companies right here in New England. Zeb's General Store is in the center of the community in more ways than one, reinvesting in village beautification and supporting community nonprofits. When you shop at Zeb's, you are a direct link in the vitality of the northern New Hampshire economy and the sustainability of locally grown businesses. Visit the best of today and yesteryear at Zeb's General Store, Main Street, North Conway Village, online at zebs.com.
And we're back with White Mountains Today. We're going to take a look outside with the White Mountains TV webcam. The temperature in North Conway is 55 degrees. Our North Conway Village live webcam is available 24 hours on our website at whitemountainsTV.com thanks to Zeb's General Store, an old-fashioned general store experience unlike anything in New England, online at zebs.com. And now we're going to jump into the event report so you can plan your weekend in the White Mountains. So some attractions that will be open for Memorial Day weekend. Cranmore Mountain Resort is open with their mountain coaster, alpine slide, scenic chairlift rides, giant swing, and the zip line. Attitash Mountain has their mountain coaster, alpine slide, and the scenic chairlift rides. Great Glen Trails has trails open for mountain biking and nature walks. Guided kayaking trips are also available. The Mount Washington Auto Road is open for the summit for guided tours, and you can also drive yourself from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Lost River Gorge has caves open all weekend and all weekend 9 to 5, with yoga and guided lantern tours also available. The Conway Scenic Railroad has trains running all weekend, and Bretton Woods has their canopy tours, golf, scenic lift rides, and disc golf. To see what each of these attractions looks like, go to our website, whitemountains.tv, and click Things to Do. So we also have the Wild Quack Duck Race and Music Festival, and Rob Clark's actually going to be on the show talking about that in just a few. The Wild Quack Duck Race and Music Festival is in Jackson Village Park on today at 9 a.m. until 3 p.m. There will be a duck race, traveling train rides, kids games, fair food and parade, and live entertainment starting at 10 a.m. with the John Sardi Band and the White Mountain Boys. Then at noon, you can groove to the sounds of 4 Feet, 2 Shoes, Dennis and Davey. For complete details, visit jacksonh.com or call 603-383-9356. And the 40th annual Taste of the Valley is on Friday, June 1st from 5:30 to 9 p.m. This year's theme is Street Food Festival. The event will be located under the tent at the Eagle Mountain House in Jackson, New Hampshire. Featured food stations include New England Seafood, Mediterranean, Moat Mountain Smokehouse Barbecue, Crepes, Kicked Up Slider Station, Southwest, and much more. Meet the chefs while enjoying the spectacular creations. There will be live music and dancing with the Blue Bus Band, silent and live auction items, and a wine raffle with a cash bar. Tickets are $35 a person and can be purchased at the Eagle Mountain House if you call 603-383-9111 or through the ACF's Chef Bryant Alden at 603-387-0462. All proceeds support the American Culinary Federation, White Mountains chapters, culinary scholarship, and ongoing education of local culinary professionals. And then the Cranmore Mountain Race at Cranmore Mountain will be on June 3rd. The 2018 course will be a 2-lap up and down format. Most of the course will mirror what has been done in the 2017 U.S. Mountain Running Champion course, and about 2,400 feet of elevation gain and descent. The course consists of grass ski slope, cat track service road, and some amazing single track. To register, go to acidoticracing.com/Cranmore Mountain Race.
That was a hard one, Bella.
Yeah, that was a hard one.
Acidoticracing.com. It's not. You can see it on your screen on the graphic slide. Not a word you see very often in everyday life. So, acidotic.
Thank you.
Now we have you on tape, on film, saying a bad 3-letter word. So that's great.
Great.
Yep. So how are you feeling, Bella? Are the nerves leaving you yet?
I'm good. I'm feeling better. Couldn't get that word there, but next time
You were close. You get the first syllable, and that's all that counts.
It's not a good one to say on TV, though. Okay, so if you want more information, check out whitemountains.tv. And now we're got through that. So now we're going to jump into a watch and win preview. So we're going to preview the question for you so you have time to think about it. Don't call in yet because we'll be giving the prize away later on in the show. But this gives you a chance to think about it and have a better chance of winning a gift certificate to the Shovel Handle Pub, one of my favorite restaurants when I come home. So our question is, the quintessential New England community of Wolfboro is known as A, a pretty sweet spot to catch some rays, B, New Hampshire's classic downtown, C, a place where cats can run free, D, the town that brings you back in time, or E, the oldest summer resort in America. Yep. Okay, so don't call yet. Again, we'll be giving that away later in the show. But now we're going to take a break and then come back with another 3-day forecast and the second half of the events report. You don't want to miss it.
Experience something original and flavorful in a unique setting. Experience a Valley Original restaurant. The Mount Washington Valley is a one-of-a-kind destination. Valley Originals are one-of-a-kind restaurants, independently owned and operated, offering something special you can't find anywhere else. Here are just a few.
McGrath's Tavern in North Conway is a chef-owned and operated Irish tavern and restaurant located in North Conway. Chef signatures include pistachio-crusted salmon, pork penne pasta, and Seamus's legendary pot roast. McGrath's was voted top 10 Ski Town burgers. Enjoy live music select nights in the tavern.
Enjoy a wonderful 5-course dinner or a bountiful country breakfast at the Notchland Inn, an 1860s granite mansion located on a 100-acre estate in the midst of the White Mountain National Forest. The Notchland Inn is located just outside of Bartlett, an idyllic Harts location.
Authentic Indian cuisine is here in North Conway at Shalimar of India. Owners, chefs Avtar and Danwan Singh are from Punjab, India. Shalimar makes every item from scratch and uses a traditional tandoor or clay oven to bake their breads. They also customize your meal to your desired level of spiciness.
Moat Mountain Smokehouse is a 174-seat brew pub, restaurant, and inn located in one of North Conway's historic buildings. Their award-winning ales and lagers are brewed on-site with fresh mountain water. Enjoy a pint in the pub, or take home a growler, 22-ounce bomber bottle, or a few big cans.
Get a taste of the Mount Washington Valley at a Valley Original restaurant. There are well over 20 restaurants in all. Look for the gold flag outside member restaurants and see the full directory at thevalleyoriginals.com. Don't miss the Wild Quack Duck Race and all-new music festival, Sunday, May 27th in Jackson Village Park. Food vendors, kid games, and $10,000 in cash and prizes, along with live music, make this the biggest, best festival ever. Bring the family. Admission is free.
The Lobster Trap is a seafood lover's paradise. Enjoy all your favorites, fresh from the coast of Maine. Lobster, steamers, oysters, homemade clam chowder, lobster rolls with fresh lobster meat stuffed into fresh-baked rolls, and full seafood platters, broiled, fried golden brown, or served Italian style. Plenty for the land lovers, too, including Italian, steaks, burgers, and pizza. There are 2 comfortable dining rooms and a full bar featuring blueberry-infused vodka drinks. Early bird specials daily. The Lobster Trap, West Side Road, North Conway.
Coppertone Sport, proven to protect street skaters and freestylers. Stops up to 97% UV. Lasts through heat, through sweat. Coppertone, proven to protect.
I'm Sloane Stevens, and I bounce back with chocolate milk.
No matter what the season, you rely on your home for comfort. That's why people in the White Mountains rely on White Mountain Oil and Propane. They've been here for 3 generations, family-owned and locally operated. And they're the White Mountains energy experts. With Maytag appliances, Weber grills, and System 2000 for efficient heat and nearly endless hot water. Rely on White Mountain Oil and Propane. They're always there for you.
And we're back with White Mountains today. We're going to get into the 3-day forecast and event report, but first we have a look around the White Mountains, presented by White Mountain Oil and Propane, serving this community for 3 generations. White Mountain Oil and Propane, always there for you. So we're going to start off in Moulton Borough at Lake Quinnipisaukee at 55 degrees. And up to Wildcat, Pinkham Notch is at 52 degrees and in the clouds. And now our look from Conway at 55 degrees again, Mount Washington in the clouds there. And our view from North Conway Village from our live cam is 55 degrees and cloudy. And now Bretton Woods at 53 degrees. And a look from the Mount Washington Observatory deck at 35 degrees and foggy. And now we're going to jump into the 3-day forecast so you can plan your weekend in the White Mountains. Today is cloudy with winds out of the east at 10 miles per hour and 58 degrees. Tonight is cloudy, patchy drizzle after midnight and patchy fog after midnight, low of 45 degrees, winds out of the southeast at 10 miles an hour. And Monday is mostly cloudy with a patchy drizzle in the morning, patchy fog in the morning, 68 degrees with light and variable winds. And Tuesday is mostly sunny, 75 degrees with winds out of the northwest at 10 miles an hour. So that was it for weather. Now we're going to jump into the second half of the event report.
Bella, do you know how to sing? Do you have any music that you can play for us while I look for some stuff?
I don't, sadly. Music is not one of my talents.
Okay. You know, oh, here we go. Actually, you know what, Bella? Back to plan A. Bicknell's it is.
Bicknell's Thrush? Okay. And we're going to start the event report over at the Mount Washington Auto Road on June 3rd, 5th, 7th, 9th, and 11th. They're offering Bicknell's Thrush Tours. Bicknell's thrush is the rarest and most secretive of the breeding thrushes in North America, and it is the only bird whose breeding is restricted to the northeastern part of the continent. They usually breed at higher elevations, normally nesting above 3,000 feet. The Mount Washington Auto Road offers you a rare opportunity to view these obscure birds. Bicknell's Thrush guided tours leave early in the morning before the Mount Washington Auto Road even opens to the general public. Success rate at hearing and seeing this elusive thrush is quite good, but with the species in decline due to wintering habitat losses, there's no guarantee of sightings. Tours depart from the base of the Auto Road at 6 a.m. and last approximately 2 hours. The cost is $50 a person and advanced reservations are required. There's a black fly in my eye. The 10-mile trail race and relay is Saturday, June 9th at the Great Gulf Wilderness. Immerse yourself in the extraordinary views of the Great Gulf Wilderness while you tackle single-track, muddy bogs, carriage roads, and a river crossing in this trail running race that's 100% New Hampshire. Now it's the 10th year. The 10-mile course is at the base of Mount Washington and is made up of 3 loops, run in sequential order. Each loop has its own unique character. Fun for the experienced trail runners and the novice, teams or individuals, the Black Fly Run and Relay is New Hampshire's premier trail running race. Registration includes a post-event barbecue, award ceremony, and prizes. And now we have the Solomon Spring Trail Running and Walking Series at Great Glen Trails, Thursday, May 10th through June 28th. 3:30 p.m. to 7 p.m., a weekly trail race series for all abilities and ages. Every Thursday for 8 weeks, racers can run or walk the long, short, or mini courses between 3:30 and 7 p.m. Placement awards in each category are also offered. Competitors who complete 6 out of 8 weeks are eligible for the prize raffle at the end of the series awards night. Choose from 3 course lengths. The long is 3.7 miles, the short is 2.5, and the mini is 1 mile. And now we're looking at the entertainment report with the live music and entertainment around the valley. On Sunday, May 27th, Woodstock Station has live trivia at 7 p.m. Monday, May 28th, the Red Parka has an open mic night. And on Tuesday, May 29th, the Woodstock Station has 9 p.m. karaoke night with Chris. And on Thursday, May 30th, McGrath's Tavern will be having a live performance that is to be determined. And now back to the event report again. We have the 14th Annual New England Brewfest. The New England Brewfest is one of the most well-respected annual beer festivals. It will be celebrating its 14th season on Saturday, June 23rd in the scenic White Mountains of New Hampshire at Loon Mountain Resort. Beer aficionados, industry professionals, and people taking a weekend getaway in New England will savor brand new brews and enjoy the one-of-a-kind sights of Loon Mountain. The Jonathan Sardi Band will be headlining the live music at this year's event. A reminder that White Mountains Today is now live every Saturday and Sunday morning, 7:30 to 9 a.m. Tune in, get information, have fun, and win prizes. Watch it on cable at channel 16 or 50 in the White Mountain or the Mount Washington Valley, or stream it online at whitemountains.tv. And now we're going to look at what we have coming up in the show. We have the Wild Quack Festival coming in to talk about their event today with Rob Clark, the Watch and Win, and the Observatory Report.
The Mount Washington Valley Fishing Report is brought to you by the North Country Angler. Great fishing starts at the North Country Angler in North Conway next to Bagels Plus.
Good morning, everyone. This is Steve from the North Country Angler and your Mount Washington Valley Weekly Fishing Report. It's Memorial Day weekend, folks, and this is the start of what we call the Sweet of the Year. Yes, the hatches have started on all of our rivers and ponds. The water temperatures are great for the fish, and so just pick a spot and go. We've seen the start of the Mirus hatches and some caddis hatches on the Saco. There's also been some caddis hatches on the Androscoggin, and there's also caddis, mayfly, and stonefly hatches on all of our regular ponds. In addition, the bass have started to pair up on all of our area lakes, and so the bass fishing can't be better. We do want to remind you that from now until June 15th, any bass that you catch have to be released immediately into the water where you caught them. As far as flies go, it's going to be a variable situation, so we can't really recommend anything specific for you this week. You'll have to come by the shop and check out our fly selection, and we'll make sure that you get exactly what you need. As far as spinning lures go, we've started to see more action on our Rapalas, the small ones, the sinking ones, and some of the larger floaters. Also, if you can find some bass on beds and zip a spinner bait, that seems to be working as well. for our Memorial Day weekend. It's going to be variable for the weather, so make sure you bring some rain gear. We will have some spotty showers throughout the weekend. Should you not be ready for that, stop by the shop. We have a complete line of rain gear. We also have sweatshirts and dry release wear because, as you can imagine, since this is the start of bug season, plenty of black flies and mosquitoes around. So stop by the shop. We'll give you one of our free fishing maps, point out some spots for you to try, even though every spot is really good right now. And remember that a game fish is too valuable to be caught only once. Thanks, everybody.
Where do you go for the best fishing in the Mount Washington Valley? The North Country Angler. They sell or rent everything you need. Rods, waders, boots. They offer demos, full guide service, fly fishing lessons, and fly tying lessons. Stop by the shop to hear where the fish are active and pick up the hot fly from over 500 patterns in stock. They also carry spinning tackle and have information for everyone. The North Country Angler, now between Delaney's and Bagels Plus in North Conway.
This is Original, a Valley original. This is family dining, fine dining, international seafood steak. This is independently owned, right here and only right here. It's live music, a margarita, a martini, a local brew. It's fresh from the sea and farm to table. This is a Valley Original restaurant. Look for this flag over 20 of the Mount Washington Valley's best independently owned restaurants or browse restaurants right now at thevalleyoriginals.com.
For over 3 decades, Joseph's Spaghetti Shed has been serving delicious Italian meals with their famous homemade sauces, meatballs, and fresh breads. Enjoy all your Italian favorites, plus delicious salads. And Joseph's incredible 10-inch pizzas, some say the best in the valley. Joseph's is casual, affordable, and perfect for tired families after a day of attractions. And if you're just too tired, Joseph's has exactly what you need pre-made for takeout. Just heat it up in your home or condo. It's easy and delicious. Joseph's Spaghetti Shed, Route 302 in Glen.
As a photographer, filmmaker living in the Pacific Northwest, equipment is something that's always been super important to me. Having a really good truck, and having good tires on the truck, and having good camera equipment, those are things that enable me to get to some of the more remote locations in order to get some of the photos that I really want to get.
Having the right gear for the job is essential. What are you building for?
Out here, everything is earned. Coors Banquet, carry the West.
The White Mountains are home to some of the most rugged and challenging hikes in the Northeast. This is not one of them. The hike to Square Ledge in Pinkham Notch offers amazing views, exercise, fresh air, and natural discoveries without a major investment in time, gear, or previous hiking experience. Although the ledge face is a favorite among rock climbers, there's also a non-technical route to the top. Starting across the street from the AMC's Pinkham Notch Visitor Center, the Square Ledge Trail is a fun half-mile climb through White Mountain National Forest to a rewarding lookout.
Square Ledge looms above Pinkham Notch, just across the road from the Appalachian Mountain Club's Pinkham Notch Visitor Center. It's a popular hike. You can get to the trailhead right across the road. It's the Lost Pond Trail. And shortly after you cross a footbridge, the Square Ledge Trail will enter the Lost Pond Trail. It rises at moderate grades, and it'll take you to the top of Square Ledge with some amazing views of Mount Washington, some great views into Pinkham Notch. And the trail has about a 400-foot elevation gain. Near the top, the footing gets a bit rocky and there are some steep drop-offs, so you need to use some caution when climbing Square Ledge. Along the way on the Square Ledge Trail, you'll get an option if you'd like to get some great views into the notch with a little bit less effort. There's a side trail called Ladies Lookout, and that's right along the way as you're climbing up the Square Ledge Trail.
The round trip to hike Square Ledge is under 1 hour for most abilities. If you're in the mood for further exploration, add the Lost Pond Trail, a 1-mile flat nature hike departing from the same trailhead.
Along the Lost Pond Trail, you'll be following the Ellis River for a bit, and then the Cutler River enters in, and it's a real pretty streamside walk, which then later veers into the woods, and the grade moderates a bit. And it takes you to beautiful Lost Pond, which is just a spectacular shallow pond with a beautiful view of Mount Washington behind the pond. So it's a nice, relatively easy hike. The staff and volunteers at the Appalachian Mountain Club's Pinkham Notch Visitor Center can help you plan your hike. And even though these are relatively easy trails, good footwear, sturdy footwear is a must, and be sure to bring plenty of water, and a map and compass are essential for all hikes as well as a good guidebook. And the Appalachian Mountain Club's White Mountain Guide is a good reference for these trails and other trails in the White Mountains as well.
For more information on this and other cool places in the White Mountains, visit whitemountains.tv.
Welcome back to White Mountains. Today, we're going to have a watch and win soon, but first we're going to kick it off with the observatory report. We have Adam from the Mount Washington Observatory Report. Hi, Adam. How are you?
Pretty good. How are you?
I'm good. So what's it like up there right now?
Right now we have some patches of fog outside. For the most part, we are cloudy, but when those patches of fog do come through, it's reducing visibility to about a 1/16 of a mile. Temperature is actually sitting about 35 degrees, so given a wind from the west about 15 miles per hour, actually have a wind chill of 26 degrees. So people coming up here today definitely dress warmly and prepare for some colder wind chills.
Yeah, and so what's the summit forecast for the next few days look like?
So the next few days we're going to have temperatures staying in the 40s, so by the afternoon we expect the temperatures today get up to the mid-40s. And then tomorrow we do have a warm front coming in, so the temperatures will be getting up into the lower 50s before a cold front comes back through Monday night, dropping those temperatures back down to the lower 40s. We are expecting some showers later this afternoon, lasting into the early overnight hours, and then we won't expect any more precipitation until Monday night with that cold front passage. But winds are going to be on the calmer side for much of the next few days until Monday night. With that cold front we are expecting winds to be getting back up to 50 to 70 miles per hour, gusts up to 80 for Monday night.
Oh, wow. So what does it look like down in the valley for us?
Down in the valley, it's much nicer weather. It's definitely going to be staying cloudy today as we have onshore flow. It's going to keep some of those low clouds and maybe some drizzle around here. But for the most part, the valley's going to be staying dry. Temperatures will be in the upper 50s today and then falling to the low 40s tonight. But tomorrow, with that warmer air moving in, it's going to be getting back up into the upper 60s, and winds will be staying on the lighter side down there. It looks like there could be some chances of rain showers later today, but for the most part, in most areas it'll be staying dry.
Okay, great. And so what day looks like the best bet for hiking for everyone up here for Memorial Day weekend?
Right now it looks like Monday is going to be the best bet for people to get out and hike. We're going to have the lighter winds. Temperatures be much warmer, so there'll be much more in the way of sunshine. So definitely be the nicest day. Today is going to be on the foggier and drizzly side in the mountains.
Right. Well, Adam, thank you so much for talking to us. We really appreciate it. Have a great day.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. And that was Adam Gill from the Mount Washington Observatory. So now we have our first watch and win of the day. We're going to be giving away a Shovel Handle Pub gift certificate for $25. And we previewed the question just a few minutes ago, so now we're going to throw it back up for everyone. It's coming. Don't worry. So for watch and win, it is 1 win per 30 days per household. Prizes must be picked up in the station within 30 days unless otherwise arranged. Your answer must match our answer, not necessarily the correct one. You may not win the same prize more than once in a calendar year. And if you get voicemail, it means the lines are busy, so hang up and dial again. So our question again was, the quintessential New England community of Wolfboro is known as A, a pretty sweet spot to catch some rays, B, New Hampshire's classic downtown, C, a place where cats can run free, D, the town that brings you back in time, or E, the oldest summer resort in America. So call 603-356-6619 if you think you have the answer. And we're gonna, oh, hello? Is this the?
Hi.
Hi, what's your answer?
I'd like to guess E.
E is the correct answer. So you just won the Shovel Handle Pub gift certificate. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Lisa, and we're in Intervale.
Intervale? Are you visiting or are you local?
We have a place up here. We come up every weekend.
Oh, great. So now you can enjoy the Shovel Handle Pub gift certificate this weekend.
Yeah.
Great. And so we're going to keep you on the line if you just hold on so we can get some more information from you so you can pick up your prize.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And up next, we have the Wild Quack Festival. Rob Clark will be coming in to talk about that and some more events, weather, and another watch and win.
What makes Margarita Grill the go-to restaurant in the North Country? Margarita Grill has soul. Sustainable. Organic. Handcrafted. Local. Margarita Grill in Glen, New Hampshire, a Southwest-inspired restaurant and cantina with a unique twist, like nothing you've ever experienced.
Take your golf game to new heights at the Omni Mount Washington Resort, just 30 minutes from North Conway. Play the meticulously restored Donald Ross designed Mount Washington course, named the state's #1 course you can play by Golf Week magazine. Or play the historic Mount Pleasant course for a challenging round with spectacular views. Enjoy an overnight package with unlimited golf. For details and more deals, visit BrettonWoods.com.
For those who thirst for more, Coors Light is colder, cleaner, and crisper. To refresh you for what's next. Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer.
Prepare for your demise, Mr. Billingsley.
Do your worst, Doctor.
I will. First, a little presentation. Hijacking Earth's geothermal energy supply. Phase 1. Choosing the right drill bit.
As long as evil villains reveal their plans, you can count on Geico saving folks money. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Crawford Notch is the heart of the White Mountains in more ways than one. Its distinctive U-shaped form, carved by glaciers over 10,000 years ago, Crawford Notch is the most centrally located of the White Mountain notches, surrounded on all sides by miles and miles of national forest. It's the headwaters of the Saco River, one of New England's largest and most important waterways, though just a small stream in the Notch, except where it's dammed to form a kids' fishing pond. Crawford Notch is a great central location for sharing an outdoor adventure, whether it be a challenging hike into the Presidentials, a family hike to Mount Willard for an extraordinary view, or a half-day adventure to Ripley or Arethusa waterfalls. And Crawford Notch is the source of some of the White Mountains' most famous pioneer stories. The Crawford family, for whom the ravine is named today, became legend in establishing one of the first inns in the White Mountains and blazing many of the first hiking trails, including the Crawford Path to Mount Washington. Another legend is that of the Willie Slide. In 1826, the Willie family was running an inn in the Notch when a major rainstorm hit. Trapped between a rising Saco River and the rumblings of the mountain overhead, the Willie family fled their house only to be caught and killed in a horrible landslide. Ironically, the river never reached the house, and the slide was diverted away from the house, leaving it unharmed. The event inspired Nathaniel Hawthorne's story The Ambitious Guest, and made the White Mountains a symbolic setting where man and nature struggled to coexist. Today, most of Crawford Notch is a state park with a visitor center, gift shop, and ice cream stand. The Willie family is memorialized at a site near where the house stood. For more information on this and other cool places in the White Mountains, visit whitemountains.tv.
You're watching the White Mountains Vacation Channel, White Mountains TV. 4 times a day we air Explore the White Mountains, a video tour of the area's shops, restaurants, and attractions. On weekend mornings, it's White Mountains Today, getting you ready with live information and watch and win prize giveaways. And we're North Conway's home for the action-packed lifestyle programming of Outside Television. Get more info, have more fun. This is White Mountains TV. Watch us on Time Warner Cable and online at whitemountains.tv.
Welcome back to White Mountains. Today we have Rob Clark from the Wild Quack Music and Duck Race Festival today joining us on the show to talk about the event today.
How are you, Bella?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great, thank you.
So tell us about the event you have going on today.
Well, it's the Wild Quack Duck Race and Music Festival. This has actually been going on for 30 years. The first one, or it's our 30th anniversary. The first duck race was in 1989. And we released, I think, about 500 ducks. And so very small. And there were about 5 of us who were duck wranglers. And then it grew from there over the years. And next year we got more ducks. We rented the ducks the first year, actually. And then a few years later bought the ducks. And so we've had the ducks up there for all those years. And it's just a fabulous thing. The first race was literally just a race. We released the ducks down the river. They came down, we announced winners, and it was over. You can see the pictures of some of the ducks going down the river now. But now, over the years, it's evolved into really an all-day festival. There's food, there's entertainment. The Key Club is there with different activities. That's Wild Quack the Duck, who'll be walking around. You can get your photo taken with him. And there's Bobo T. Clown, and anytime you say his name, he has to acknowledge you, which is a lot of fun. Those are some Clark boys. With up to some no good, basically, there. Andrew took that bike, and we haven't seen it since. So it's really been a lot of fun. So a lot of people come every year. There's one family that literally has a T-shirt from every single year.
Wow.
From coming to the Duck Festival. So, and then this year, we've amped it up a little by adding music. So there's going to be live music from noon until 2 o'clock this year, basically until the ducks are released.
Great. Well, that's exciting. You actually brought one of the T-shirts with you.
I did bring one of the T-shirts this year. This is this year's one. You can see the duck is playing a guitar because it is part of the music festival, and looks kind of like Hans, when Hans plays the guitar. So that's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to give away that shirt in a little bit, and I'll explain how you have to get that shirt.
Okay,
So the first thing I have my cheat sheet here.
Okay, great.
So you can actually head up there now because they are setting up, and you can buy tickets. Because what you do is there's a good-looking guy. You can see the ducks going down, and you win money and prizes and everything else. Because what happens is the ducks are released, and they all have numbers on them. And the first duck to cross the finish line, I believe, wins $1,000. I'm not sure. Don't hold me to that. That's what it's been in the past.
Well, you said it, so now you have to give them the $1,000.
Now I have to give it away. Out of my pocket. Thanks so much, Bella. There's your college fund. I was going to give you money for college. But, and then the next group of ducks all win a prize, and we'll announce all the prizes. And then we also have what we call some Olympic ducks, and they're a different color duck. And you can win a bigger prize. I think that's the 50-50. I apologize for not being totally sure on which ones are which. Then there's also the big ducks. This one I do know. We have a small number of big ducks. They're big. And they go down the river, and you can win $1,000. Again, I hope it's $1,000. Kathleen's going to kill me if I get all the numbers wrong. But you win a big prize with that. And then the last duck to cross the finish line also wins a fabulous prize.
Wow.
Some years it's been bicycles and different things, so a great prize for that. In fact, you can see in some of those pictures we have our duck wranglers. A lot of them used to be from the Bartlett Middle School, and there'll be some from there and some other places today. And then our head duck wrangler, which happens to also be my son Camden, will be the last person who will go down and will walk the final duck across the finish line, so that we know that that is the final duck that will cross the finish line. So some years it can take 40 minutes for the ducks to cross the finish line. Some years it can take 5 minutes for the ducks to cross the finish line. I think because we had some rain yesterday, I think the river will be moving well. And so it will be a quick duck race, which is a lot of fun just to see the ducks shooting by you under the bridge. A great place to go is the covered bridge, not the covered bridge, the Stone Bridge in Jackson right by the library. That's a great spot to stand there and watch the ducks go by.
So your entire family is actually involved with the Wild Quack and has been, I think you said this is your 28th year?
30th year.
Your 30th year?
30th year.
And it's the 30th anniversary?
Well, next year would be the 30th. It's that whole numbers thing. No, it's the 30th anniversary, right? No, it's the 30th year. Next year will be the 30th anniversary. It's one of those things that's always confusing. So yeah, we've all been involved. My wife Nancy and I were original duck wranglers, and then over the years, my son Andrew and I have emceed it for a bunch of years, and now Andrew has moved on and he's out in California now. So my son Reed will be taking over that part, and then Camden has been a duck wrangler since he was in, I think, 5th grade or something like that.
Great.
So he's been a
Wow.
duck wrangler, and Beckett will probably get in the water because that's what he does.
Just get in the water. So what's the schedule for today? What's
The schedule,
lineup?
absolutely, yeah, we started that, sorry. So duck tickets are available now. You can buy your duck tickets. And then there's a silent auction, which starts at 9, goes until 2. Lots of great things donated by the great folks in Jackson and the surrounding areas. And oftentimes some really good deals on that, too. The roaming train rides will start at 9 a.m. Jonathan Sardi and the White Mountain Boys, fabulous band. They're going to start at 10 a.m. They'll play till noon. And the way it's set up, it's just going to be a lot of fun. They're going to be actually on the opposite stage from where I am. So it'll be kind of like a nice festival there. So there's stuff going on both sides, but you'll be able to listen to Jonathan Sardi and the White Mountain Boys. Then vendor booths, the Kennehi Key Club is there. There'll be kids' games, fun. The Inn at Ellis River has a booth. Apple Blossoms, which is food. Eagle Mountain House and Golf Club, food. Kiwanis Club. Kimberly's Gluten-Free Kitchen. She's going to be there for the very first time with her new gluten-free kitchen trailer and some really neat items, so we're excited to have her this year. Wild Quack the Duck will be there, and then I'll be starting to babble on like I do now, starting around 10 a.m. Bobo T. Clown will be there. Always a lot of fun to have Bobo T. Clown. And then at noon until 2, Dennis and Davey will be there. And if you've ever seen Dennis and Davey, they put on a great show, too. That's going to be a lot of fun. The parade at 1:30, and then the ducks get released at 2 p.m.
Great.
And then once all the ducks have crossed the finish line, we start announcing the prizes. But it really is a great opportunity for the whole family just to come down and hang out and have fun. You know, the Jackson Park is beautiful. There's things going on. Bring a Frisbee if you want. Bring some lawn chairs. Bring a blanket. And it's just a great place just to hang out for the day. What a perfect day in the middle of Memorial Day weekend to do that.
I know. It's a great opportunity for visitors to see one of our local traditions in Jackson.
Absolutely, absolutely. And there are a lot of people who come back specifically for, they come back a lot, but they specifically plan this weekend to come back for the duck race. For the Duck Festival, absolutely. Thank you for correcting me, because it really is, especially this year, going to be just a terrific festival. So.
Great. Well, did you want to try and give away that?
Well, I did. I have this very cool T-shirt. So I figure we can ask a question, but here's the caveat. Big word.
Okay.
I threw out caveat. It's a big word. So we're going to give away this shirt today here on the program, but you don't pick it up here. You're going to have to come see me today at the Duck Festival to get this shirt. Now, this is an extra large, but if you come early enough, I will try to swap it for a different size, so that gives the incentive to come early. Or you can have this one, but you have to pick it up at the Duck Festival this year. So, boy, nothing like throwing a wrench into the works there. So I even have a question.
Okay, great. So what's your question?
The question is, and I said the answer, because that's the kind of guy I am, what year was the first duck race?
Okay, so the question is, what year was the first duck race? And if you think you know the answer and you want to win a T-shirt and see Rob down at the Duck Festival, call 603-356-6619. And it looks like we have some callers. Hello, your first... Oops, am I doing this right?
Yes.
Hi. Oh, sorry. These landlines are just getting used to it.
These kids with the landlines.
What's your answer?
1989.
Correct. Great, you were listening. So we're going to see you down at the festival.
Who is this?
This is Chris Pacini.
Hi, Chris Pacini. How are you? Good to talk to you.
I will be there for sure.
Absolutely. Well, I know who you are, so I'll be able to recognize you, too.
Awesome.
All right.
Great, so we're going to...
We'll see you down there.
All right.
There we go.
I'll just put it on.
I love that, Bella. These landlines.
I'm still getting used to it. I'm not used to these landlines.
Well, earlier she tried to pick it up, and she was trying to hold it to her ear.
Well, it was ringing off the hook.
Yeah, it was ringing off the hook. We learned about that yesterday, about ringing off the hook. But the Duck Festival, it's a great time. I hope, I know you've been down there in the past, Bella.
Yep. I used to go with my family, went down a few times in high school with the Key Club, so it's always been a fun time. I got to be a duck wrangler one year. Best job I've ever had.
Yeah, and it is. It's so much fun. And so we'll definitely hope everybody will come down there. Chris Pacini is going to come down and she's going to pick up her T-shirt from us there. And if you want one of these T-shirts, they are for sale, so you'll be able to buy them down there too. Plus they have rubber ducks. They have all sorts of things going on. It really is a hoot. And so, and if you're watching, make sure you come up and say hi to me while you're there. Then I know that you were watching, and you know, it's just kind of that nice connection.
Yeah, it is nice. Well, we're going to take a break now, but don't forget to stop on down to the Wild Quack Festival and say hi to Rob, or else he'll probably be pretty offended.
I'll be pretty sad. Yeah, music starts at 10 a.m. with Jonathan starting the White Mountain Boys, and then noon with Dennis and Davey, plus you get to listen to me. And the food and everything else, Marty Sweeney will be there with his fabulous burgers, and Kimberly's, and all the other great food venues. There's a whole bunch of food venues. I can't name them all.
Yeah, lots of food. So we'll be right back after a few commercials, and we'll have the event report.
The White Mountains Today studio is furnished by Top Furniture, Northern New Hampshire's largest furniture and appliance showroom. Top Furniture has a dedicated in-house service department and offers design service, financing, and delivery. Check out topfurniture.com for the latest details and promotions. Top Furniture, Route 2 in Gorham, New Hampshire.
So, you just got done a day of hiking or attractions with the kids. Everyone's tired and hungry. Don't wait in traffic trying to get back into North Conway. Go to McGrath's Tavern. McGrath's is a chef-owned and operated Irish pub and restaurant north of the village across from Adventure Suites. It's beautiful inside and the food is delicious. Is it good for kids? Yes, they have a great kids menu and the dining room is perfect for families during dinner hours. Adults can enjoy McGrath's Irish staples plus steak, Italian, seafood, gluten-free, and vegetarian options. Boston.com voted McGrath's top 10 for Ski Town burgers. Their pot roast is legendary. Dine outside on the patio overlooking the mountains or head into the Irish pub. It's large and comfortable with really cool stone and woodwork, great drinks, appetizers, HD TVs, live music, and special events. McGrath's Tavern also does takeout. Call 603-733-5955. McGrath's Tavern, North Conway.
Can I just grab a bottle of water, please?
Introducing Fitbit Ionic, the smartwatch designed for fitness.
Prepare for your demise, Mr. Billingsley. Do your worst, Doctor. I will. First, a little presentation. Hijacking Earth's geothermal energy supply. Phase 1. Choosing the right drill bit.
As long as evil villains reveal their plans, you can count on Geico saving folks money. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Captivating exteriors. Dynamic lighting. Elevated comfort. Powerfully efficient. And one more thing. The world comes with it. The 2019 Jeep Cherokee.
Coppertone Sport, proven to protect street skaters and freestylers. Stops up to 97% UV. Lasts through heat, through sweat. Coppertone, proven to protect.
White Mountains Today is presented by the 14th Annual New England Brewfest, the ultimate craft beer event, June 23rd at Loon Mountain Resort. Get tickets at nebrewfest.com. It's that time of year again. Time for the 14th Annual New England Brewfest, Saturday, June 23rd, where local breweries in the Northeast converge at Loon Mountain Resort in New Hampshire's spectacular White Mountains. Come experience the ultimate craft beer event with over 30 craft breweries and more than 100 brews on tap.
Enjoy great music, food, and amazing views. For more info and tickets, visit nebrewfest.com. That's nebrewfest.com.
Get ready. It's time to plan your day in the White Mountains. What to do and where to do it. Weather and conditions, events, expert interviews, and watch and win prize giveaways. All live and local from North Conway. Get ready. This is White Mountains Today.
Welcome back to White Mountains Today. We have an event report and Matt Milliken in the house from Knockerball, but first we're going to start off with a weather report. The weather is presented by the Mount Washington Valley Chamber of Commerce with adventures for every season. What's your adventure? Find spring adventures at springmwv.com. So we have a look at Mount Washington in the clouds from the Conway cam at 55 degrees. A look at Mount Washington, or White Mountain Village in North Conway at 55 degrees. Up at Wildcat Mountain at 52 in the clouds. And a look around the region, Mount Washington at 35 degrees, Jackson at 52, Conway at 53, and Ossipee at 56. And there's our satellite view. And high pressure will remain anchored over the Canadian Maritimes through much of the forecast period before it's displaced offshore and have low pressure moving through Quebec. A moist onshore flow will continue to push moisture into the White Mountains region today, keeping the summits in and out of the clouds with winds staying on the lighter side. And today in North Conway is cloudy, 58 degrees, and winds out of the east at 10 miles an hour. Tonight is cloudy with patchy drizzle around midnight and patchy fog around midnight at 45 degrees and winds out of the southeast at 10 miles an hour. And Monday is mostly cloudy with a patchy drizzle in the morning and patchy fog in the morning with a high of 68 and light and variable winds. And Tuesday, the sun's coming back. It's mostly sunny, 75 degrees, and winds out of the northwest at 10 miles an hour. And up to the summit of Mount Washington, today's conditions are in and out of the clouds under mostly cloudy skies with a slight chance of showers, 45 degrees, winds out of the southeast shifting south at 10 to 25 miles an hour. And now we have some views from the Mount Washington Observatory cams. Pretty foggy up there today. Not looking like much visibility at all. And coming up on the show, again, we have Matt Milliken from Knockerball, Watch and Win, and some more events. But first, we're going to give away the tote bag. Yep. This is a Mountain Khaki carry-all tote built with 20-ounce canvas and reinforced with 18-ounce of wax canvas for rugged durability and water resistance. It has a simple flap closure with a rivet snap and webbed handles designed to carry everything but the kitchen sink. It's a bag and it's also beach ready. Check out all their bags at mountainkhakis.com. So our watch and win question is, how many miles of coastline does New Hampshire have? And the answer A is 7, B 11, C 13, D 4, and E 18. And if you think you know the answer, call 603-356-6619. And we're going to start taking callers. Hello, you're the first caller. What do you think the answer is?
I would say 18.
18 is your guess? Sadly, that is not the answer, but try again. Hello, what is your answer? Hi. C? Was that your guess?
C? Yeah.
C is her C13, yes. Yes, you got it correct. You won the tote. So where are you calling from today?
Bartlett.
Bartlett? Are you visiting or are you local?
Local.
You're local? Oh, great. So what do you have planned for this Memorial Day weekend? Okay, well, we'll put you on hold, and I'll get some information from you in just a few so we can help you claim your tote. Okay, great. So coming up, we have Knocker Ball, Watch and Win, and some more events.
The food, the party, the legend. All roads lead to the Red Parka Pub in Glen, where the Valley rallies. Revive after skiing, hiking, or attractions with famous hand-cut steaks aged and hand-cut right on premise, chicken, ribs, fresh seafood, and lots of great appetizers. A fresh salad bar with homemade items and gluten-free options. All kids' entrees come with dessert and refills on beverages. The Red Parka uses fresh ingredients from local farms whenever possible. Everyone is comfortable at the Parka with seating for young families, large parties, date night, and even an outdoor patio in season. In addition to being dedicated to your total dining satisfaction, the Parka is a conscientious leader in the community, organizing several large events each year that benefit local nonprofit organizations and scholarships. The Parka also knows that when the sun goes down, it's time to let loose. It's license plates, mason jars, and the hottest live music scene in the Valley. The Red Parka Pub, a Valley original, the Valley legend, Route 302, Glen, New Hampshire.
Car problems? Midas Tire and Auto Service in North Conway saves vacations and gets locals back on the road. With Midas, you get a name you know and people you can trust. Local owners Ron and Kelly Monroe and their expert staff have over 4 decades of experience. Plus, they support the great events and organizations that make this valley so special.
I like that Midas has strong roots in the communities, supporting Jen's Friends Cancer Foundation and sponsoring races at Attitash Wildcat and other community events.
For all your auto repair needs, trust North Conway Midas, located across from the Red Jacket Hotel.
Look great, feel great at the Cutoff Salon and Day Spa. Cutoff stylists are continuously trained in the latest trends and techniques. Let them cut, color, or style to bring out your best or give you a stunning new look. The Cutoff has everything you need to maintain your look, including products from Paul Mitchell, TG, Milkshake, Moroccan Oil, and Pureology. Rejuvenate or transform with spa services including pedicures, manicures, facials, body wraps, massage, and makeovers with Marabella Cosmetics. The Cutoff is bridal party headquarters. Bring your entourage and get ready with our team of stylists, makeup artists, and skincare specialists. Thursday night is men's night, haircuts, and a free frosty beverage. The Cutoff is about beauty, balance, and a commitment to total wellness. For an appointment or consultation, call The Cutoff today at 603-356-6276.
Don't miss the Wild Quack Duck Race and all-new music festival, Sunday, May 27th in Jackson Village Park. Food vendors, kid games, and $10,000 in cash and prizes, along with live music, make this the biggest, best festival ever. Bring the family. Admission is free. The Woodstock Inn, Station and Brewery is a 9-time Best of New Hampshire winner and one of the must-visit places in the White Mountains. Take a tour of the 37-barrel production brewery, where Woodstock's famous craft beers are brewed. Signatures like Pig's Ear Brown, Red Rat, Pemmy Pale Ale, and 4,000-footer IPA. Seasonals like Frosty Goggles, Summer Brew, and Autumn Brew. Enjoy them all on tap at the Woodstock Station, one of the top-rated restaurants in the White Mountains, built right into an authentic 1890s train station. Woodstock Station is the region's best spot for live music and dancing. Celebrate your wedding or event in the Cane Club Function Room and Tap Room, accommodating 170. Stay and play. A Woodstock Inn B&Ski package includes lodging, breakfast, and a lift ticket to one of 4 amazing White Mountain resorts. All this starting at just $89 per person. See details, book today, and find Woodstock beer near you at woodstockinnh.com.
What if this didn't have to happen? I didn't see it.
What if we could go back? What if our car could stop itself?
In IIHS front-end crash prevention testing, nobody beats the Subaru Impreza. Not Toyota, not Honda, not Ford. The Subaru Impreza. More than a car, it's a Subaru.
Strike a match, spark the conversation, and ignite those appetites. Oh yeah, now we're cooking. So come as you are, as long as you come hungry. Kingsford, start something.
Welcome back to White Mountains. Today, I'm joined in studio with Matt Milliken from Knockerball. How are you?
Good. Thank you for having us back.
Yeah, of course. So can you tell us a little bit about what Knockerball is, what you guys offer?
Absolutely. So we have a location in town that we opened about 2 months ago and have had a great start to even a slow season here in the Valley. But we've got 2 activities down there, the first being Knockerball. Knockerball are... what we do is we use these big inflatable bubble balls where you get in and you're contained everything from your head down to about a little bit lower than your waistline. And we play different games like full contact soccer, musical chairs, which we modify with hula hoops instead of chairs. Other games like capture the flag, a modified version of football, sharks and minnows, and a whole other list of things. And basically the idea is we have a lot of fun in these giant balls where anyone from the age of about 4 years old up can play. And you know, it's some of the games have a lot of contact, some of the games have a little less contact, and the idea is just to have a lot of fun. So we've got that activity. The second activity that we have is archery tag, and archery tag is basically like paintball style play with bows and arrows.
Oh, wow.
So you don't have the paint, you don't have the same pain of paintball, the same sting there. So it's a little bit more appropriate for children. And that starts at probably about 7 to 8 years old, I'd say. It's not so much an age more than a size. You have to be able to pull back on the bow. And in archery tag, we use recurve bows with a 25-pound pull on them, and basically have a 30-yard course indoors that we set up full of inflatable bunkers that, you know, we have 2 teams spread out on each side, kind of going after one another and playing games like, you know, regular elimination games we call team deathmatch, capture the flag, some modified versions of those, and we incorporate different things like the targets that we have and scoring options and respawns, you know, for our video game enthusiasts out there, and have a lot of fun.
Okay, great. Can you actually tell us about your facility? It's pretty impressive from what I've heard.
Yeah. So we decided to do something really unique here in the Valley. We don't have a turf facility, I think, within an hour's reach of the area. So we try to create something, obviously, for our own activities, but also to, you know, have something in the Valley that we could bring other activities to. So we have a 7,000 square foot facility down in Conway Marketplace, which is kind of almost right on the Conway, North Conway line. It's right next to Bee's Cafe. And in there we put in 5,000 square feet of artificial turf. Wow. It's athletic grade, real artificial turf, not the stuff that you would buy at like Home Depot or Lowe's. You know, it's real stuff.
Real stuff.
Yeah, and put in a whole bunch of netting and everything. And in there basically we have 2 fields, one set up for Knockerball, one set up for archery tag, so that we can have both going simultaneously, having as many as 20 to 24 people playing split between the 2 activities at one time. Also in the facility, we've got, you know, plenty of room in the front with a small arcade, so stuff to keep the family or the kids busy while you're waiting either for your spot or, you know, just kind of mixing in. We've also got a party room in the back that we can fit as many as 20 to 30 people in for different private groups, birthday parties, things of that nature. So it's a pretty good spot. We have a lot of fun there.
And aside from the facility, don't you also do, I think, mobile like events? You can bring your knocker like balls to people.
Yeah, absolutely. So we started as a mobile operation. For a year and a half, we did things with a lot of Parks and Rec programs, you know, traveling to birthday parties, large events, corporate events, fundraisers. We do a lot of fundraisers. So We did that for the first year and a half, and we do travel. As we get into the summer, we're going to be spread pretty thin between a few different places. So we're going to be doing less traveling. The traveling that we'll be doing will be for larger events. The reason for that is obviously we'll have our location going into the busy season, but we'll also be at Cranmore. So one of the exciting things also to announce today is that we kicked off our summer with Cranmore Mountain Resort. We have we're included on the daily ticket pass down at Cranmore, so you can play knockerball there as well.
Great.
It's a little bit more streamlined offering there than the location, but just as much fun. And one of the things that we have at Cranmore that we don't have at our location is our inflatable knockerball arena, which is this 80 by 40 WWE looking like inflatable arena that's really cool. It has that wow factor. So we're included in the daily ticket there. So Cranmore's been great to us. We had a great season with them last year and are there for full daily operations this year. So we're excited about that. So we'll be at Cranmore Mountain on the weekends up until June 16th, and then they start into their daily operations. And then once we get to June 16th, we're there 7 days a week.
Great.
And we'll have our location going 7 days a week right now.
And are you also able to join like a league or like come in like with a group regularly?
Yeah, so one of the things that we're introducing right now, we're going to be putting out formal announcements this week on our Facebook page and sending out blast emails to all the contact customers that we have, is we're going to be announcing an archery tag league, kind of a new recreation league to hit the Valley. We're really excited about it. It's what we're going to do is clear off the whole field that we have and set up a really, really large archery tag playing course. And our goal is to have 9 teams of 5 people, and you can have more and sub people in and sub out. And the idea is to have a 5-week season with a 2-week double elimination tournament at the end to decide the champion. And the 5-week season, basically, it'll be similar to other leagues that we have here, like softball and flag football and things, where you come in for about an hour and you'll play on and off against 1 or 2 other teams that, you know, whoever you're facing that week. And you'll do that for 5 weeks in a row and then go into the tournament based on seeding, depending upon how you fared during the regular season. So we're really excited about it. I think archery tag is actually going to be bigger than knockerball.
Wow.
It kind of spans a larger demographic, and you can play it longer. It's not as tiring. There's a little bit more strategy involved. So the archery tag league, I think, is going to be a really big hit for anyone who's looking for something fun and active to do, you know, during the week.
Right. And is there also opportunity, say, like a few friends of mine come up and we just want to drop in and play some knockerball or archery tag?
Absolutely, great question. So we have private party packages, you know, ready to go for any event, large and small. But our big hitter is certainly what we call our open play or normal ticket, and you can come in at any time, and, you know, just like you were going to a movie, pay the price for a ticket. We've got ticket prices ranging from $15 up to $30, depending upon how long and how many activities you want to play. And that price is per person. And with that, like I said, you can come in at any time, or you can call ahead and make your reservation. And we strongly encourage that, because if you come in and the field's full, you'll have to wait.
Right.
But we take reservations for all that. And especially, you know, this weekend being Memorial Day weekend, a lot of people up here, the weather's not cooperating as much outside, so we're something that's a lot of fun to do. We can bring the family in and have a lot of fun.
Great. Is there anything else coming up that you guys wanted to share with us?
No, we're gearing up for the summer, basically.
Yeah.
Our hours are going to change as schools start to let out, so that we're open 7 days a week, similar to our weekend hours right now, which are 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. So that's really the big announcement. You know, we're looking to get the word out there. We're still a brand new business and trying to educate people on what we are and what we do. We haven't had a person come to our facility leave without a smile on their face yet. So I know it's a lot of fun, and now we're just trying to get the word out.
Great. And do you have a website that people can visit?
We do. So the website is knockerballnorthconway.com, and we also have pretty much everything else, you know, that we post on our website, also on our Facebook page. And anytime we run a promotion or anything, we do stuff typically on the weekends or midweek specials. We're definitely putting that up on our Facebook page. So anyone who's interested in seeing those, go to our page, like it, and, you know, you'll get the feed on different stuff that we're doing.
Okay, great. Well, thank you so much for coming on with us again.
Thanks a lot.
We always love having you here. Matt Milliken from Knockerball, again, create a league, plan a birthday party. I actually have a birthday coming up, so maybe I'll get a Knocker
Come
ball
on in. We'll get Chris
together.
down there. We'll videotape it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would be great.
Yeah.
Entire White Mountains today
Absolutely.
league to start. Great. Well, thank you so much for coming on.
Thanks a lot.
Up next, we have an event report coming on after the commercial. If you just stay tuned.
This is Sustainable Valley, a look at businesses in the Mount Washington Valley who support the environment, community, and local economy. Sustainable Valley is presented by Fields of Ambrosia, home of cleansing, nourishing, and therapeutic bath and body care for all ages, using homegrown herbs, flowers, pure essential oils, and 100% plant and vegetable oils.
The Mount Washington Auto Road, of course, is a historic attraction that's been operating here since 1861. But recently, in the last 30 years, we have started to add to that basic attraction. And of course, now we have Great Glen Trails on board here. Great Glen Trails operates both summer and winter with various non-motorized outdoor recreation opportunities. Years ago, in viewing how we could make a positive impact on our business here in this pristine location, I started to think about other ways we could conduct our business that might be better for the environment, and as it turns out, as I looked into it, better for our bottom line. So one of the things that we did was we started to convert our guided tour vans into burning propane as well as gasoline. You know, propane is a cleaner burning fuel, and if you're going to burn fossil fuel, you might as well burn the cleanest that you can get. But as it turns out, it's also significantly less expensive than gasoline. And so that's made sense in a couple of different ways. In addition to that, we recently converted our heating system in our lodge to wood pellet burning boilers that actually are the first heating source, and then the oil burners stay as a backup heating source. That's made a lot of sense for us up here. It's a cleaner fuel, and as importantly, we are putting our fuel costs into the local economy, not buying fuel oil from somewhere far away. There's a little known piece of history connected to the Auto Road that goes back to the 1800s, and that is that in one form or another, we've had hydropower here since the 1800s. So about 6 years ago, we redid the gearing for the hydro, and using the same waterworks that's been here since the 1800s, we're now producing by hydro generation about 80% of the power that we need in the base lodge at the Auto Road. Another of the environmental initiatives that we undertook a number of years ago was to kind of get out in front of the demand for electric cars. And we were one of the first places in northern New Hampshire to install electric car charging here at the base of the Auto Road. We now have 4 different chargers that people can use if they come here and they want to top up before going up the Auto Road. We also use an electric car as the company car here on the property. We've had a little electric smart car for 4 years now. It gets driven year-round, works wonderfully for us. So probably the biggest opportunity that we had to affect our footprint here in the Notch was when we started to contemplate the construction of the Glen House Hotel. And it had some opportunities that presented itself that we were able to take advantage of. And so the way the hotel is being constructed right now, I'm quite proud of. We are doing some things that normally are not done in hotels, because normally hotels are built to be sold in the not too distant future, and ours is built to be hung on to and be part of our kind of our campus, if you will, here for generations to come. So it has made sense for us to put money in at the beginning to do things that would make the hotel more sustainable, and in the long run make the operating costs lowest. So the biggest thing that we've done is we've decided to heat and cool the hotel with geothermal energy. It's a system where we're cycling water out of the ground and drawing either the heat or the cool, depending on the season, out of that water, and then it loops back into the ground. So there's no extraction, it's just taking energy from the ground. It's very expensive, frankly, in the short term when you're putting it in because of the infrastructure that has to go in, but in the long term we think it's going to make great sense for us. And as you can see, it's really complex. There's 30 500-foot deep wells that are supplying the geothermal energy, and so these are this is the system that gets that water out of the ground and circulating through heat exchangers. If there's backup heat needed, the boilers are here. Then behind me are the storage tanks for the hot water system that'll supply the domestic hot water throughout the hotel. Other things we've done in the hotel are extra insulation that people would not normally spend the money to do, exterior rigid insulation backed up by spray foam insulation on the inside walls. The panel system on the roof gives us a very high R value in the roof. And of course, the overall tightness of the building is something we've paid particular attention to. Everybody these days should be building tight buildings, but that was one of our things that we were really striving to get right first time around. Windows and the doors seal very well. We're going to have a very tight, solid building. Obviously, we're at the entrance and we're walking in. The registration will be over here on the left. And the big wow moment will be as people walk through the lobby kind of registration area and on to see this window wall out on the mountains. So even with the plastic on the windows right now, you can still sort of get an idea of what the view is going to be like from in the lounge area here. So you're kind of looking at the bar over on the right. On the back side of the this space is going to be a fireplace with masonry floor to ceiling, and it's just going to be lots of different seating arrangements here in this area. So there's going to be a lot of different places where you can just kind of, even if you're not staying here, just kind of come and meet a friend and have a cup of tea or a beer later and catch up. It's just going to be a very inviting atmosphere to sit and enjoy the mountains. Going back to our history on the location here, the first thing here, long before the carriage road was here, was the Glen House Hotel, late 1850s. And so we're continuing with that tradition. This will be the 5th Glen House, and what it does is not only return us to our hospitality roots, but it kind of completes the picture for us here, because we've got these great other pieces of the operation, the Mount Washington Auto Road and now Great Glen Trails, but we have no bed base right here that will expand what we can do early in the morning, late into the evening, lots of programming, lots of opportunities that the hotel is going to bring when we're able to open this coming summer.
Walk into Fields of Ambrosia in North Conway Village to find shelves filled with natural organic bath and body products for the entire family. Made right in the store by owner Deb Jason. Deb uses locally grown herbs, essential oils, plant and vegetable oils, and botanical nutrients to create lotions, massage oils, scrubs, and handmade soaps. Rural remedies for muscle therapy, skin therapy, anti-stress, and outdoor products like deep-free insect repellent, tick repellent, and poison ivy therapy are straight from Mother Nature's medicine chest. Men are pampered with bath, body, and grooming products and elegant shave accessories. Facial care lines include mature skin, anti-aging, acneic, and rosacea troubled skin, and their own line of mineral makeup suitable for all skin types. You will find natural brushes, sponges, and loofahs, bath salt crystals, shower blossoms, and bath bombs. Home aroma products include air fresheners, wax pottery, potpourri, and essential oil diffusers. A visit to Fields of Ambrosia on Main Street in North Conway Village is a treat all year round.
Welcome back to White Mountains Today. We're going to start off with another weather report and then have another Watch and Win preview right after. The weather is presented by the Mount Washington Valley Chamber of Commerce with adventures for every season. What's your adventure? Find spring adventures at springmwv.com. So that's our view of the Mount Washington, the cloudy summit of Mount Washington from Conway. Our live cam of downtown North Conway, still cloudy there. Wildcat Mountain. And temperatures around the region. Mount Washington is at 35, Jackson's at 52, Conway's at 53, and Ossapee's our highest temperature at 56. And for our current weather, a high pressure will remain anchored over the Canadian Maritimes through much of the forecast period before it displaces offshore ahead of low pressure moving through Quebec. A moist onshore flow will continue to push moisture into the White Mountains region today, keeping the summits in and out of the clouds with winds staying on the lighter side. Plenty of overhead clouds will endure for the majority of the day, with some breaks possible through the afternoon that will allow solar heating to generate pockets of instability and a chance of showers. And today in North Conway, it will be cloudy, 58 degrees is the high, and winds out of the east at 10 miles an hour. Tonight is cloudy with a patchy drizzle after midnight and some patchy fog after midnight, with a low of 45 and winds out of the southeast at 10 miles an hour. Monday is mostly cloudy with a patchy drizzle in the morning and patchy fog in the morning, with a high of 68 and light and variable winds. And the sun will be returning on Tuesday with mostly sunny skies, a high of 75 and northwest winds at 10 miles an hour. And up to the summit of Mount Washington. Today the summit will be in and out of the clouds under mostly cloudy skies with a slight chance of showers. 45 degrees is a high and winds out of the southeast shifting south at 10 to 25 miles an hour. And there are some of our Mount Washington Observatory cams. Pretty foggy up there still. Looks like it's going to stay that way. And for the next show, we have Great Glen Trails and the Mount Washington Auto Road coming on, the Spaghetti Shed in Glen, and Watch and Win. And now we're actually giving away a gift certificate to the Cutoff Salon and Spa. And we will have another Watch and Win question up there for you in just a moment. We're going to preview it, yes. This will be a preview, so don't call now. We'll have the next segment, you'll be able to call in and win, but we're just going to give you the preview so you can try and think of your answer. It takes approximately 40 gallons of sap to make how many gallons of maple syrup? Is it A, 2, B, 5, C, 3, D1, or E10? So again, hold off on your answer and we'll have you call in just a few minutes. There's the question again.
So I think, Bella, what do you think? We come back from this break, and for those just tuning in, by the way, Bella Branham doing a great job. First ever White Mountains Today live show.
Thank you.
Fresh home from Elon College in North Carolina, doing a great job. What do you think after this? We look at some pictures from Alton Weagle Day yesterday, which is a day in which crazy people attempt to do new firsts. No offense, Hans. Crazy people attempt to do new firsts on the Mount Washington Auto Road. So
not crazy.
The Auto Road has been ascended in many ways. They have a special event now where people try to do it, try to up one another and do it in ways that have never been done before. Wait till you see what Hans did yesterday.
I can't wait.
Crazy is the understatement.
Not crazy, though.
Crazy.
No, we should definitely show some of the pictures from yesterday. I think yesterday is Hans' favorite day of the year.
I think it is, too.
Yeah.
He actually spends weeks and weeks, actually months and months out of the year planning and getting the props ready.
It's like a thermal vent, like this Hawaiian vent. I just vent. So, all right, we'll take a break then, okay? Yeah.
Okay, we're going to take a break, and don't forget to stay tuned so you can see some of Hans' pictures from Alton Weagle Day.
This year marks our 25th anniversary. As a mother and daughter duo, we were inspired by our family's main trading post and Native American heritage, combined with a love of fashion to create our signature mountain chic style. What is mountain chic? It's influences from around the world and our own backyard. It's the North Woods and the American Indians. It's the White Mountains and European elegance. The common thread is craftsmanship. It's color, texture, and artistry from times gone by, translated to modern style. Clothing and outerwear are paired with jewelry and accessories in interesting ways to express personal style. Footwear is not just for necessity, it's part of the complete style package, from summer sandals to western boots to furry winter wear. All merchandise at Spruce Hurricane is individually chosen for its distinctive appeal. The Spruce woman doesn't want to blend in. She prefers individualism. Premium quality and service are expected, but never pretentious. The shopping experience should always be fun. Through the years, we've seen many trends come and go, but great style always remains. We expect you to enjoy your purchases for years to come. So come see us at Spruce Hurricane. We're located in the heart of North Conway Village, across from the park and the Scenic Railroad. Open daily from 10 to 6.
This is Vito Marcello's Italian Bistro. Family recipes from New York's Little Italy, passed down through generations. The best tomatoes, cheeses, olive oils imported directly from Italy, combined with the best homemade pasta, fresh cut steaks, veal, chicken, seafood, and Marcello's famous Italian meatballs. An elegant bistro. Tuscan Patio and Twilight Wine Garden offer wines straight from the vineyards of Tuscany. An espresso martini, local brew or specialty cocktail at a lavish indoor bar. Authentic Italian gelato, homemade cannolis, tiramisu, and espresso.
I've lived in the Bronx since I'm 3 years old, close to Arthur Avenue. This is the real deal. This is Italian food.
Now take the amazing flavor of Chef Vito Marcello's pasta sauces and dressings home with you. On sale at the Bistro and in stores around New England. This is Vito Marcello's Italian Bistro, CV Street, North Conway Village.
Experience something original and flavorful in a unique setting. Experience a Valley Original restaurant. The Mount Washington Valley is a one-of-a-kind destination. Valley Originals are one-of-a-kind restaurants, independently owned and operated, offering something special you can't find anywhere else. Here are just a few.
The Oxford House Inn in Fryeburg Village is a Maine certified environmental leader. Enjoy seasonally changing, innovative menus featuring natural, local, and often organic foods prepared by a classically trained chef. Dine with mountain views in a candlelit dining room, or relax in Jonathan's, their granite-walled pub.
Good food and good times has been the motto at the Red Parka for more than 30 years. Family owned and operated, the Parka is famous for its great steak dinners, innovative menu, refreshing beverages, and dancing in the pub, located in Glen, New Hampshire.
The Shovel Handle Pub in Jackson has been a favorite of locals and tourists for decades. Enjoy Yankee-style cuisine in a rustic, 3-story post and beam barn with views of Black Mountain Ski Resort. Sit fireside, enjoy live music, après-ski, or a family dinner.
Traditions Restaurant and Pub at Purity Spring Resort offers lakeside dining with classic and creative comfort food, craft beers, seasonal cocktails, wine, apps, and fresh entrees in their cozy pub and dining room. Just 15 minutes south of Conway on Route 153, traditionsnh.com. Get a taste of the Mount Washington Valley at a Valley Original restaurant. There are well over 20 restaurants in all. Look for the gold flag outside member restaurants and see the full directory at thevalleyoriginals.com. Most residents of New Hampshire can tell you exactly where they were when they heard the news that the Old Man of the Mountain had fallen. Carved by glaciers 10,000 years ago, first sighted by surveyors in 1805, adopted as a state symbol and seen by over 2 million visitors a year in its 20th century heyday, the Old Man succumbed to weather and time on May 3, 2003. Today, the view of the Old Man has been restored in sorts. Thanks to the recently completed Old Man of the Mountain historic site, new generations of visitors can see what the rock formation used to look like and learn about its importance to the state.
The Old Man of the Mountain Legacy Fund is a 501c3, and we have an agreement with the state parks that allows us, over a period of years, to come down to the site of the Old Man, where the Old Man viewing area was, and create a memorial and a museum back up at the parking lot to interpret what the Old Man was and to show people where he was. And we funded, the whole process was funded by private donations, by selling benches that you see around the place here and granite stones on the plaza. There are over 1,000 people and companies and individuals and families in memorial in many cases, or just making a statement in many cases.
Today, the attraction consists of a museum and gift shop and a short paved walkway with interpretive panels on the history and ecology of Franconia Notch. But the highlight is a sighting of the Old Man himself.
People come down to experience the site because it is a beautiful natural site. And they come here to reflect. It's a peaceful spot. Then they come to look and see where the Old Man was through the profilers There are 7 of them that are aimed at the cliff for different sized people, different heights of people, and so a whole family can look at it at once. And they get that image of the old man's face, and they can move it around and place it right on back on the cliff where it used to be. And we had a nationwide contest to find a sculptor to come up with the appropriate memorial. And we had 62 entries from around the U.S. and Canada. We ended up with a couple from Essex, Massachusetts. It was in good taste, not flashy, and I think appropriate for people who will remember the old man.
For more information on this and other cool places in the White Mountains, visit whitemountains.tv.
Welcome back to White Mountains. Today we have some great things coming up for you on the show. We have an event report, some Alton Weagle pictures with our own Hans Bauer, and another Watch and Win. But first we're going to jump into the event report and show you what's going on in the White Mountains this Memorial Day weekend. So here are some attractions that are open for the weekend. Cranmore Mountain Resort is open with their mountain coaster, alpine slide, scenic chairlift rides, giant swing, and zip line. Attitush Mountain Resort is open with their mountain coaster, alpine slide, and scenic chairlift rides. Great Glen Trails has opened their trails for mountain biking and nature walks, and they're also offering guided kayak trips. The Mount Washington Auto Road is open for summit guided tours, and you can also drive yourself up from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Lost River Gorge has the Gorge and Boulder Caves open all weekend from 9 to 5, and they also are offering yoga and guided lantern tours. And the Conway Scenic Railroad has trains running all weekend, as well as Bretton Woods, who has the canopy tours, golf, scenic lift rides, and disc golf. To see what each of these attractions looks like, go to our website, whitemountains.tv, and click on Things to Do. So we actually just had Rob Clark on just a few minutes ago talking about the Wild Quack Duck Race in Jackson. In Jackson Village Park on today at 9 a.m. until 3 p.m. there will be duck races, traveling train rides, kids games, fair food, and a parade, and live entertainment starting at 10 a.m. with John Sardi and the White Mountain Boys. Then at noon you can groove to the sounds of 4 Feet 2 Shoes, Dennis and Davey. For complete details, visit jacksonh.com or call 603-383-9356. And then coming up on Friday, June 1st from 5:30 to 9, we have the 40th Annual Taste of New Hampshire. This year's taste theme is Street Food Festival. This event will be located under the tent at the Eagle Mountain House in Jackson, New Hampshire. Featured foods stations include New England Seafood, Mediterranean, Moat Mountain Smokehouse Barbecue, Crepes, Kicked Up Sliders Station, Southwest, and much more. Meet the chefs while enjoying their spectacular creations. There will be live music and dancing with the Blues Bus Band, a silent auction and live auction items, a wine raffle, and a cash bar. Tickets are $30 a person, and tickets can be purchased at the Eagle Mountain House if you call 603-383-9111, and through the American Culinary Federation, Chef Bryant Alden at 603-387-0462. All proceeds support the American Culinary Federation White Mountain Chapter, culinary scholarship, and ongoing education of local culinary professionals. And then we have the Cranmore Mountain Race at Cranmore Mountain on June 3rd. The 2018 course will be 2 laps up and down format. Most of the courses will mirror what has been done in the 2017 U.S. Mountain Running Championship courses, with about 2,400 feet of elevation gain and descent. The course consists of grass ski slopes, cat track service road, and some amazing single tracks. To register, go to acidonicracing.com/Cranmore Mountain Race. And coming up with some live music and entertainment, the Woodstock Station has trivia on May 27th at 7 p.m. That's tonight. Tomorrow night at the Red Parka, there's an open mic night. And on Tuesday, May 29th, the Woodstock Station has karaoke night with Chris at 9 p.m. And for more information, check out our website, whitemountains.tv. Great. So that's it for events this weekend. But we're actually going to throw up some pictures from Alton Weagle Day yesterday at the Mount Washington Auto Road.
I know.
Courtesy.
Sometimes you do feel like you want to throw up, right? When you're hosting the show, the nerves.
Just a few times this show.
Well, you've done a good job keeping your composure.
Thank you.
So again, kudos to Bella, her first ever hosting job in White Mountains today.
Yeah.
So Hans, you yesterday participated in Alton Weagle Day, which is a day in which people attempt new first ascents of the Mount Washington Auto Road. Tell us a little bit about your history and firsts on the Auto Road.
My history. Well, first of all, Alton Weagle was a curious and interesting character in the 1950s who did a lot of interesting first ascents, of which there's been endless first ascents, it seems, on the historic Auto Road. So the Alton Weagle Day is a fairly new event, maybe the last 7-something years, that just simply celebrates the spirit of Alton Weagle and all of the firsts. So anyone and everyone is welcome each Memorial Day weekend to come up and join the fun. It can be serious physical endeavor or just silly and whimsical. Doesn't matter. Just enjoying the great history of the road.
Tell us about some of your previous firsts, Hans.
Oh, yes. We have some photos. So we have, I did the first official toll house to the summit, the Auto Road being nearly 8 miles long, pogo stick ascent. We did a 20-foot flagpole ascent. I think I went to about 4 miles that year. We were called on account of weather. And this was a couple years ago, barefoot backwards, blindfolded, balancing bananas on my brain while balancing bowling balls on a boat batten. I think I went to 3 miles that year. Once again, it was weather related. I think I've done 8 first descents, and 5 of them have been successful to the actual summit.
This is one of my favorites.
Yeah, we crawled.
Bavarian crawler.
We crawled, and that one went all the way to the summit as well. I think it took like 13, 14 hours.
The nice thing about this one is, okay, so you didn't have knee pads. You didn't think this one through. You didn't have knee pads at the start, but you quickly added the knee pads.
No, actually, it's the other way around. I had knee pads, and I had no skin on my knees before even the half-mile mark. So I came back, and I managed to just figure out how to crawl without injuring myself further.
And here's the even better part. In the basket, you have like a big boom box blasting yodeling.
Oh yeah,
music.
I was the yodeling Bavarian something, I forget.
Bavarian crawler, right?
The Bavarian crawling yodeler. But that went all the way to the summit. This was the first year I did Alton Weagle Day myself. I missed the first year, but my first year we just went barefoot backwards while skipping rope. That went all the way to the summit.
What were the expressions as people are driving up the Auto Road? Because the Auto Road is open for normal business. Cars are going up. Are they rolling down their windows just looking at you?
Oh, well, I'll tell you. It's actually the rare exception, the very rare person that might actually roll a window down and engage any of us Alton Weaglers. I really think they either...
Most of the time it's rolling the window up when
the window goes up and they just drive by, in all honesty. I and you and we're curious people, we probably would be interested to know what people are up to, but most people just have no idea.
This one, I don't believe was Alton Weagle Day, but tell us about this one.
This was the first stilted ski ascent. This went all the way to the summit from the toll house. Yeah.
And
what else you got
this
there?
one, you have a theme. You seem to like flags and giant things hanging.
This was a
40 from your body.
This was a 40-foot flagpole ascent of like 65 flags on there. That the big flags up top aren't flying very well, but that went without much trouble to 5 miles until the wind almost. It felt like I was hauling in about a 300-pound marlin on my waist. But yeah, so at 5 miles, because of the wind, that had to go down.
Okay, so we're going to look at some pictures from this year's event. And
lots of fun characters.
Tell us what we're looking at in some of these pictures here.
I did not have the chance to get to kind of talk with everyone, but I believe this is Jesse Lyman of Lyman Oil, and that lots of people will know him. And these are 3 of his 5th graders, I believe, and they are representing all 4 armed services. There's the Navy or the Marines in there. I forget, but they're all represented there. And Jesse's been so much fun. Every year he has had a little entourage of some of his students, him being a teacher in the Conway district, I believe. So they come up and do something fun every year. This is Anna, not Emma, but Anna, who actually, I drove snow coach over the winter, and she came up with her mom up the snow coach one day, and I always say a little bit about Alton Weagle Day, and somehow that stuck in her head because I invite everybody to come on up and join the fun. So Anna came up and had a backpack filled with 350 lollipops, I think, or something like that. She carried them all the way to the summit and then gave them all away on the way back down.
We're getting to Hans's amazing feat this year, but first let's go to the starting line. What were some of the other people's first ascents? What were they doing?
Oh, like I said, I didn't get to chat. I'm charged with the opening ceremonies, so the last few years I've missed the actual send-off. But I do see, some people might know Paul Kirsch. I see him in there in the middle.
He's dressed up like Napoleon Dynamite.
Even in profile, I think you can tell it's Vote for Pedro, and Paul Kirsch is Napoleon Dynamite, yes. And these other characters, I don't think I got to chat with them.
Okay, let's get to your attempt, Han, and describe. Let's see if we can find a good picture here. Describe what you. I'm trying to find the best one. Hold on. Let's see. I guess let's do this one maybe.
Okay, so I'm not sure. I suppose it's possible that somebody had ridden a penny farthing or high wheel bicycle. I don't see the bicycle in that photo. I don't even know how that. There you go. Yeah. With the 1-to-1 ratio on the wheel, I think it's practically impossible. But with stilts on, I was able to hobby horse it. So we kind of hobby horsed, which I can tell you certainly wasn't easy either. I made it to 3 miles. I would really love to get this antique bicycle to the summit. So I will return in siege tactic style and go from 3 to 6 and then from 6 to the summit.
This is like a horror movie. Imagine seeing this coming down the road behind you.
Coming up the road, yeah. But it
coming down would be a whole other adventure. That would be fun.
It's all fun, and everybody just has. It's a celebration of the road. It's the grand opening of the road. I'll say this is their first of many events on the road, and I always like to remind people Memorial Day. It's our greatest blessing. Is we honor those who paid the ultimate sacrifice such that we are able in this country to do whatever lazy or serious or fun and silly whimsical thing we choose. Alton Weagle Day certainly exemplifies the spirit of our freedom in this country. So,
well said, Hans. Well said. Thank you to all our veterans, and thank you to everybody who has served in the armed forces to make America the free country that it is. So,
our greatest gift.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. What do you think, Bella? Wrap it up. Watch and win?
I think we should give away that cutoff gift certificate.
That's right.
And go back to that question. But those pictures were great, Hans. I wish I'd been there to see you there.
But you're very serious, you know. We'll take serious people too. But
Bella, what would you?
I'm too serious for Alton Weagle Day?
No.
What would you do? Do you have like something you're known for that you would do as a first ascent? Like mine, if I had to think about it, the first thing that comes to mind is one of my better skills is I'm pretty good at the worm. So I'm thinking I might be able to worm up the entire auto road, but I am thinking that might be painful.
This is one of those things that we're a little bit older than Bella, but if Chris, and it's a great idea, if Chris did the worm to the summit,
I would I think I'd be in pain for about a year.
Do you want to see Chris Bella do the worm all the way to the summit?
I do. I want to see that.
It'd take a week. So, all righty.
Watch and win.
Watch and win.
Watch and win.
Let's
Okay.
give it away.
So we're going to throw the question back on the screen for you.
There it is.
The question is, it takes approximately 40 gallons of sap to make how many gallons of maple syrup? And if you think you know the answer, call 603-356-6619. And we're going to take our first caller. Hello, what's your guess?
1.
1? 1? Oh, correct. You got the answer. Great. First try. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Bartlett.
Bartlett. Are you visiting or are you local?
Chevy. Both.
Both? So what do you have planned for this Memorial Day weekend?
We're doing some planting, flowers, and just hanging around, having a great time.
Yeah, just hanging around, getting your hair done or going to the spot, the cutoff now.
It's great. Thank you.
Great. So I'm just going to put you on hold, and then in a few minutes I'll come back and get some information for you.
Thank you.
Great. Thank you. Okay, that was our final watch and win of the day. Coming up on the next show, we have Great Glen Trails and the Mount Washington Auto Road, Joseph's Spaghetti Shed, and some more watch and win. And that's it for this week's edition of White Mountains Today. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you next weekend.